Hello, hello, and welcome back to My GF Makes Me Read Homestuck with My GF.
That's me. Hi, I'm the GF.
Yay! Now, you might notice the recording setup here is a little bit different. That is because the whole recording setup is different. Yeah, it's very informative. Well, I don't have the same ability to crop things in the same way I did last time, so you guys get a little bit more of what actually happens on the screen. But it's in exchange for massively improved audio quality, hopefully.
Yeah, hi.
I was hoping you'd say something to add to the improved audio quality so people hear us.
Sorry, I was muscling down like the biggest burp because I just took a sip of my drink.
Why are you muscling it down? Oh. That would have been the perfect example of our audio. Our improved audio.
You can have my burps in HD!
I don't hold my burps in.
Anyway.
I even forced them out.
Stop it.
Imagine if when I had intercourse instead of sensual moans, I just burped.
Oh, stop it.
Sorry. I love you. But anyway, when we left off, Rose had done dark magics.
Dark magic getting decked out with the sweet loot.
And now she's got the thorns of Ogloth.
Ogloth.
Equals greater than. So there's the collection of everything she crafted. Looks ridiculous. I love it. Equals greater than. Oh.
It was fucking swarmed.
I'd fuck them. Rose, aggrieve encroaching malefactors.
Fuck them up.
Oh god, that night.
Fuck them up, right?
Look at that art style. There's something really nice about it.
Hang on, let me guess. If there was a Homestuck TV
I thought you cut out for a moment, but no, you just stopped. I do have one thought, though. How do you think Andrew Hussey would draw people who aren't white?
Maybe they aren't white, and the white is just a placeholder.
It's like a green screen.
Yes.
Equals greater than.
Welcome to the party, motherfuckers!
Jade, build.
You take advantage of Dave's nap to make some architectural headway on his building.
Equals greater than.
Ooh. You're really proud of your floor plan. It is so cool.
Hers is really well laid out. And hang on, no, the green text is me. It is so cool.
Hey.
Have we seen a non-white character? Have we? Outside of Sweetbro and Hella Jeff. Like carcinogeneticists?
CG? Which one was CG? What color do they have again?
I don't remember them.
I think that's
troll.
Gray text. Yeah.
Equals greater than. Oh, do the trolls count?
No.
As the words. It's your turn.
Speaking of naps, you've been asleep for some time yourself. You suppose you'd better wake up soon. But then, your neighbor in the other tower is supposed to be waking up soon too. And it sure would be a shame if you weren't around to greet him. Oh, he took a great sip of his drink.
I didn't realize how close to the end you were. Dave, wake up and jam. Wake up and jam if you wanna slam.
Oh, fly.
For a white guy. Oh my God.
And by jam, you mean alchemize, of course. Whoa, your house is huge suddenly. Anyway, let's get this party started.
Dave, combine sunglasses and phone.
You make a pair of eye shades. This one was really obvious cause future Dave had a pair, but he took them with him when he prototyped himself. But now you have a pair too, so that's cool.
Of course he's a fucking iPhone user.
Of course.
Dave, combine timetables and computer.
You make the turn top. Convenient computing on the go. Sort of like you have with your eye shade. Well, sort of like you have with your eye shades, but with all your important files and apps on there. Not to mention Spurp. Plus, maybe it has some weird time powers. You have no idea. You'll mess with it later.
Dave, combine Puppet Tux plus Muppet.
You upgrade the Puppet Tux Future Dave made. He probably made it by combining one of your bro's badass marionette suits with your shirt, and scaling it up to fit. That's how you would have made it anyway. You add a Smuppet to the mix to make a softer and more stylish red plush Puppet Tux. It is like walking around in snuggly pajamas. Action pajamas.
I'm just gonna zoom in a tiny bit. Dave, combine broken Clader Scratch with Ruby Contraband.
Oops, shit. You combine a couple more items you got from the Future Dave's loot stash. The broken form of Khaled Scratch.
Khaled Scratch,
Ruby...
okay.
That's at least what I would call it. I don't know what it actually is. And some Ruby Contraband. Whatever the hell that is. The resulting item costs a fortune. You have no idea what it is.
Dave, preview item with holopad.
You momentarily reconfigure your alchemitter upgrades to make use of the holopad extension. You pop the card in the slot and check it out. The combination would produce the Broken Scarlet Ribitar.
That looks ridiculous.
It looks like Kermit, but kind of with a sword through his head.
I am Demon Lord Kermit the Frog here. Dave, combine the whole Khaled Scratch and Ruby Contraband.
Out of curiosity, you try it again with a whole sword. You dial back Khaled Scratch's little turntable, rewinding the sword to a point in its history before it was broken. You then combine it with the red frog thingy to show the complete Scarlet Ribitar. But there's no way you can afford to make that yet. It costs even more now. Maybe you'll stick to combining items around your house for now, rather than stuff from your future Solidex. It'll be less confusing that way. And probably less expensive.
Dave, combine shitty sword with hella HF drawing. Ooh.
You use one of your bro's really shitty swords from the fridge and print out of a hella Jeff to make a sword. This thing is so unspeakably shitty, you're having a hard time to even hold it. Come on.
It turns his hands to low quality. It turns the world into a sweet bro and hella HF comic.
Oh, what a cursed sword.
Dave, combine Snoop Dogg photo with Mini AC and Cattle Scratch.
You make the Snoop Dogg snow cone machete. When foes drop it like it's hot, you just turn up the blizzizzle nozzle so that she's like for rizzle. What?
I like that it's got fucking Snoopy's house from the Peanuts.
And it's smoking out the vent.
Dave, combine skateboard and hella HF drawing.
You make Unreal Air.
equals greater than.
And there it goes. It is ridiculous what kind of air this thing is getting. Dude, come get the ruler, check this out. Yeah, it's not coming back.
I love it. Dave, make another one.
You just make another one. You quickly stash it in a card so it can't escape from above.
Oh, now he has a way to fly up.
Well, float up. Definitely forever.
Dave, combine Game Bro magazine and timetables.
Wow!
Vintage Game Bro.
Turn back the clock and make a vintage Game Bro. You think you remember this one from your bro stash. It's a classic.
Exclusive bro strategies. The hottest secrets. Shh! Challenge your thumbs to the maximum. Outrageous video stunts at your fingertips. Where are all the secrets? In here, bro. Dave, combined Batarang and Midnight Crew poster.
You make a whole pile of Sudarangs, because they're really cool and pretty cheap.
Dave, combine Plush Puppet Tux plus Midnight Crew poster.
You make 4 aces suited. You aren't really sure which one you like better. The red one is softer, while the black one is sort of stiff and starchy.
Combine.
Anyone wearing this suit is really all business. Maybe you'll switch it up as your mood dictates. I can't
Okay,
read.
so I have a theory that I want to throw out. So,
Okay.
because the way the hole punching stuff works, realistically, they can't have a hole punch combination for everything in the universe. But then I realized they don't need to. They have time travel. They can look back and see every combination the characters would try and do, and everything the characters would try and scan into the system anyway, and just be able to plan ahead on what things are actually available to create from that. You know?
Yes, yeah.
And in I like to believe that maybe even all of them have separate things coded into their devices to account for every possibility separately. So two of them can use the same code and it does the same thing, but they never realize because they never look at it. Dave, combine plush puppet tux plus felt poster.
This would make the felt duds if you had some of whatever the greenwurst is.
Dave, combine smuppet and felt poster. Oh no.
You make a jutting out and impudent felt plush. You do an acrobatics fucking pirouette of the handle and into his heart, and he into yours.
This is how fetishes are developed. Combine dead things in amber and smuppet.
You make a foam mutant smuppet encased in amber. Now we're getting somewhere.
Dave, combine dead things in amber and smuppet.
For the sake of science, you combine them instead of... Oh, this is another coding thing, ain't it?
Okay.
I don't know what that means. You make an amber mutant smuppet abomination. So cool. Now this is how you make shit work. Egbert and Alon should be taking notes.
Dave, combine fetus in a jar with Mr. T puppet.
Why does he have a fetus in a jar? You make the foam fetal Mr. T in a jar. Another back-breaking victory for science.
Equals greater than.
You're looking pretty chill with your new freak show entourage. The underlings all look kind of put off by it, though. You're kind of weirding out.
Jesus. Dave, combined camera and capture log card.
You
Ooh.
make a Capturoid camera. You can use it to snap a ghost image of any object without capture logging it. Spits it out on a brand new capture log card every time. Could be a useful way to take a large inventory of anything you encounter without cluttering up your Sylladex. Also, for grabbing codes for stuff you can't ordinarily pick up.
Dave, take a photo of self.
You take one of your patented ironic cool guy self-portraits. Man, so cool. That's really all there is to say on the matter.
He can now make clones of himself. Dave, combine fetus in a jar with self-portrait photo.
Jesus Christ! That would apparently make Dave's brain in a jar. Gross. It costs a king's ransom, though, because of course the organ is virtually inimitable. Doesn't stop you from
Inimitatable.
capturoiding its hologram, though. I can't read.
Dave, Capturoid, the hologram of your own brain.
Okay, that's probably the weirdest thing you've ever done, but okay.
Dave, combine brain and sweet bro and head app drawing and Capturoid camera.
You make their spoochifier.
Oh, Arm pronounced it right. Apparently
Something
you were
useful.
pronouncing that other word right, not me. Cost you negative... Sorry, finish.
It costs you negative 1,000 units of artifact grist.
It gave him artifact grist.
Okay.
Huh. Dave,
Huh.
try it out.
Snap.
Sweet bro and Hella here. Bro, where you go, I was going to shoe you my chops. Oh dude, are those wings? Time to fly up to the sun, fucking piece of your garbage. The only thing that's left to readily do is watch as whole fall.
Looks like it
Watch the
automatically
asshole fall.
prints out a SBAG whatever comic in some way related to whatever you take a picture of.
SBHJ. Whatever.
Budge. This would save you a lot of time. Specifically,
Savage.
The 5 minutes it takes you to draw a comic. You're a busy guy.
Man, I wish I had that for art in general. Equals greater than. His kitted out loadout looks a lot fucking shittier.
Yeah, at first I was gonna be like, man, his loadout is so cool, all the time travel stuff and shit.
And then we just
Now I
see
see it,
Smuppets.
and now I'm just disappointed. Dave, you could have done so much cooler.
Dave, make copies of Rose's journals.
Can't forget the most important thing there is. Wait. Can't forget the most important thing you came up here to make. Gotta be getting your snoop on.
Dave, smoke weed every day. Take a look.
One book is titled Meow. The other is titled Complacency of the Learned.
How cool he
Gee,
looks.
you wonder what could be in Meow.
Like, I don't know what it is about this art style that is just so immediately appealing to me. But it's so fucking good! Dave, read it. Meow 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 meow. I'm thinking of that video. I'm gonna put my cat on the mic. You know what I'm talking about, Arm?
I think so.
Let me put my cat on the mic. What are you? Meow! Meow! Bro, shut the fuck up! Meow! Shut up, it's on cat! Meow! Just look, I'm sure you can find it if you just look up, like, put my cat on the mic, Call of Duty. I think it was Call of Duty. Equals greater than.
Dude, no surprise at all. This book is full of more meow letters. Looks like Rose is totally nuts. What else is new? You guess you'll try out the other book. Looks like it's some sort of creative writing project.
Dave, read Complacency of the Learned. Have fun.
Ah, goodness gracious. Freakishly bothered his beard, as if unkinking. Unkinking? As if unkinking a hitch in a long silk windsock. A more pedestrian audience would purse the exhibit as nervous compulsion, behavior to petition contempt among the reasonable. He was, however, not surrounded by the reasonable, but the wise, a distinction in men that would forever be the difference in history's garland of treasure follies. As a matter of fact, his cadre of fellow wizards were all putting similar moves on their beards as well. The practice would evince the thoughtfulness, sagacity even, if they didn't do it all the time. Standing in line at the bank, shooing squirrels from bird feeders, few occasions were safe. Oh God. Sazerpan inspected the clue, a single piece of evidence cradled in his courageous old man palms. It was a human bone, not striking in detail it told any alone so much as God, I hate this kind of writer that just uses big words and everything because big words smart.
Man, this is why I hated Lord of the Flies. I love the story of Lord of the Flies. Lord of the Flies is the worst book I've ever read.
Yeah. Ooh,
And I've
give me
read
one
some
second, I'm gonna
awful
take a break.
writings.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna stumble so hard on most of these.
Gonna stumble so hard on that dick.
So far, I do not understand what is even going on.
It's a fan fiction about wizards, I think.
Yeah, alright, let's see here. He has a bone in his hand. Bone? The grisly expanse bore the texture of a decadent desert. Desert? Desert? Which one is that? Huh. Like one of smarmy formidable.
The more S's, you want a dessert, so it has more S's. You don't want a desert, so it has less S's.
Okay. Dessert, like one of Smarny's formidable custard trifles, wobbled out on wheels for the holidays to the dismay of a small nation. You're certain of this? Asked Frigglish. Despite what he was doing with his beard, he was in fact immersed in meaningful contemplation. Do you want to read this guy?
But Arm, this series is you creating content for me and me putting in minimal effort.
Oh.
I'm kidding. I just had that thought when I realized how much of this you generally read. I would love for somebody to, like, at some point at the end of this, give us the statistics of who read the most.
I don't think that's gonna happen, buddy.
Yeah, I know it's not gonna, but I would love to see that I'm afraid I am becoming more so with each terrible tick, grossed by that gaudy timepiece slung around your neck.
In case it wasn't clear, Friglish wore a clock Zazapen didn't care for. It was magic.
Oh, ooh, that's some bad writing right there. Ooh, that whole sentence, that made just like... And he's like, yes, I know I want to talk, fucking Hero Infinite's a hot mess. But still. The massacre of Sirius Gelfin was not as written.
What has you convinced it was the hand of our disciples in this blackness? Executus chimed in.
I believe...
A fat face stammered, eyes darting with the guilt of a thief and the throes of an unraveling alibi.
I can summon a more pressing line of inquiry.
No, Smarty. Nobody was in the mood for a sticky bunt loaf just now. Zazapen's
I'd like a
ears fell...
sticky bunt loaf.
Zazapen's ears fell insubstantial to any line of inquiry, pastry-oriented or otherwise. His abstruse contour carved a pondering shape in the fog, carpeting centuries dead. His 11 contemporaries too embraced the muted consternation of their great predicant scholar. Few wizards kept sharper adjunatives or read them with such lucidity. When Caesarpen threaded men with silence, it was seldom unrepaid by the wise and reasonable alike. I'm gonna vomit. This is so bad.
I'm gonna throw out... I kind of like how bad the wizards' names are, and I would actually like to see an incredibly well-written and deep story about a world with magic and the politics involved, where all the characters have names like Zazarpan, Smoofland, the Great Wizard Glorb. The more it sounds like something that Justin Roiland made up, the better.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I don't know who's been watching all the games getting announced lately. This is gonna date this a little bit, but I'm so excited for his new game he's making, High on Life. Have you seen anything about that, Arm?
No, give me a brief rundown.
You would fucking love it. In a distant galaxy where humans are drugs, you must escape the aliens who have abducted you with the help of the, what was it? The Gatlians, a race of aliens that are all weapons.
Oh, right, you told me. Yeah, right.
My favorite one in the trailer is the knife. When you drop it, stick me in their eyes! Put me in their eyes! I want eyes! Give me their eyes!
Oh, man.
Like, they're all just fucking Justin Roiland saying stupid fucking shit.
Great.
Anyway, you continue.
It was harrowing to entertain. Sazerpan, the Learn's storied complacency of wizard was marked for grander descendants. Disciples hand-picked, vetted by Ockite, the bona fide, and tested by Gestrel the Munificent. The 12 sweetest, most studious children a pair of elderly eyes could give their sparkle. Not the wretched gutter snipe so often harvested by the common obscenity. Those vituperative little beggars with hearts to corrupt as dropped bananas brown. Wow. That these chosen youngsters would turn was not merely unthinkable, but something of a roundhouse to the temporal bones of the upper indifference high chamber of soft-skulled prophets. His wisdom-savaged brow pruned further with recount of his many lessons to wow would-be successors. Lessons to advance humanity's elucidation and prosperity, an outcome this bleak trail now painfully obviated. There were few puzzles the learned could not suspend and dissect in the condite manifold beneath his extreme expensive pointy hat. Daring to pitch his cherished pupils in with the foul melange of history's rogues, the heretofore abstract scourge that built up civilization with ungodly magic and tore them down with joyful malice, would prove an intellectual trespass to make his calcium-deficient bones quake. Calcium-deficient bones? A more daring yet was the only question that now mattered. Could a bunch of bearded, scraggly old men in preposterous outfits hunt them down? He didn't have an answer. Only a simple observation so blunt and uncharacteristically jejune for a Lord Sage it was breathtaking in its self-evidency. We're going to need more wands. Wow, think of something better.
No, do not think of something better. That's such an amazing line. I fucking love it. I gotta pull that out in my next D&D game. Monster emerges, wizard turns to the group. We're gonna need more wands.
And then an army of wizards rides in on motorcycles.
Hagrid?
Oh my god!
An army of transphobic wizards rides in on motorcycle. I'm sorry. Equals greater than.
This wizard story seems really involved and kind of confusing. You'll have to save your place and dig into it later. And then maybe ask Rose what the hell the deal with it is.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I kind of, if I ever get merch for my channel, I definitely want to get one that in fully written text just says equals greater than on it.
Oh,
No, I'm with stupid equals greater than.
He's stupid.
Dave, go get a bookmark.
You return to your room in search of a bookmark. Oh hey, finally a use for that pointless, juice-stained beta that will never serve any purpose, past or future.
Has that already been seen in the future?
I don't know.
I mean, now it's obviously gonna be seen at some point if it hasn't. Equals greater than.
You drop it on the... Oh. I was like, what is John doing here? Right. You drop it on the John in case you're looking for some reading material later.
I love you. Dave, check on Rose.
You.
How can I have already been seen in the future? That's where you're cursive in chat. Dave, pester.
Whoa. Why are you burning your wizard fanfiction? I'm not. This book contains a genetic code. Oh, okay. And why are you burning that? The gods from the furthest ring asked me to.
Mm.
Is that some dumb wizard thing you just made up? Or something to do with a tentacle monster? I can't keep track of what, you like anymore. How did you know I wrote a story about wizards anyway? Oh, John told me. He was all snooping around your room while you were asleep, and I was like, no man, don't! So not cool. And then he was like, haha, dude, check it out, this book's full of wizard slash. And I was like, I don't even want to know this. It's such a crazy violation of privacy. This story sounds suspicious. Do you want me to chew him out about it? Well, I will, because that was so outrageous. I don't know where it got being like that. No, I don't actually mind. Too bad I missed him. I thought you hated wizards. What's the deal with that? I like wizards. What I don't like is my mother's obsession with feigning interest in them to antagonize me. Oh man, that's so messed up. That you think that she probably digs wizard for real, just like you, and you're blowing shit out of proportion like pretty much always. You and she could probably have been chatting up how awesome wizards were this whole time, but no, you're probably burning your nut job meow book to spite her too, aren't you? No, I told you, it's one of the gene sequences locked in my subconscious. The gods say it's critical to destroy it. Oh yeah, I thought it was a joke. When did they say that? When I was asleep. You mean when we were dancing and stuff in our dream? Yes. When I flew to your tower, I heard them. They're far above in the dark sky. I've never seen or heard these things in my dreams. Aren't you often distracted by music and puppets? Yeah. Have you ever looked into the sky without your shades? No, what a ridiculous question. Maybe you should try it sometime. You're the Prince of the Moon. I'm sure they've been meaning to seek a royal audience. What do all these dots mean? Dunno. Anyway, yeah, I guess I'll do that. Get some sky monsters to boss me around. Sounds cool.
Well, we're at the 30-minute mark, and you know what that means. Time
Sky
to read a
monsters!
comment!
Oh!
This one was from... luckily, this one isn't super long like some others. It's from All True Dragon Spear on episode 25, Getting Upgrades. Unrelated to... I always forget that their A key's broken, so they're typing 4s for A's, and I fucking love it because it fits the Homestuck aesthetic. Unrelated to the episode, but there's this series on YouTube called Homestuck Abridged, which is just 4 really good recap reductions of Homestuck with a lot of good extra stuff mixed in. If you know a Abridged series, you know. It's like a comedy parody, I think is what they're saying. Because the YouTube Abridged series are always comedy parodies. Sadly, it doesn't look like it'll be continuing past the point they're at, since the last they've heard of the director of the series lost motivation to work on it due to drama and controversies. Yeah, alright. So yeah, it's plugging a fun little thing we could check out. Just definitely wait until we finished the comic to start it. And I'm just gonna go ahead and tell them I'll be sure to check that out.
You should probably do that after the episode, dummy.
No.
That making us sit through it? Yeah.
Yes.
That's quality content.
There we go, there's the comment. So now, there's a comment we read for this episode. Don't worry everybody, we'll have a long one next episode. I hope all have enjoyed. We'll see all of you in the next one, right, Arm?
Yeah.
Yee.
Hopefully.
Oh god, what do I plug? See, the problem is Homestuck is recorded so far in advance, I don't actually know if a game's gonna be done by the time where I'm doing it. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and plug the things that I assume are still gonna be running when this goes up. Of course, there's Hero Infinite, with Arm in it, playing Bend Over. That's gonna be linked in the end card, showing up very soon, if it hasn't already showed up. I'm playing through Sims. If you like me being an idiot, there's more of that there. And I bet
idiot.
I bet the new Spore series is still gonna be going when this goes up. It hasn't started airing yet as when we're recording, but it should be airing still when this goes up. I don't know what fucking stage I'll be at by that point in the future.
Honestly, this is a good, recap for a recursive comment of the future hasn't happened yet.
Yay! But anyway, we'll see all you in the next episode. Ta-ta!
Bye.